Most social media these days is designed to be addictive. Social media companies want users to stay on their site for longer, interact with content, and buy things. They aren't doing it for us, they're doing it for them. The more we ingest, the more money they make. Over the last 2 years, TikTok's gone and made itself a magic potion of engaging content, captivating music, and personalised algorithms. Their format relies on marketing science, involving dopamine and random reinforcement. This keeps people on their app for hours, scrolling continuously, even if they aren't enjoying themselves. The TikTok addiction matches your attention. The algorithm works by picking videos with the most watch time and engagement on your page, then suggesting similar content. Because each TikTok video is a minute or less, the most effective way to get traction on your account and engagement from you as a passive viewer is to release shocking content to get comments on a video, not just views. TikTok is the evil antagonist in your life. The whole app feels like a personal attack against everything you're trying to get done. You will fall deeper into the trap of addiction. It's even worse than Facebook when it comes to encouraging you to look at your screen for hours. Remember as a kid, especially if you're a 90s kid, you used to sit down and watch your favourite cartoon anime on TV. You would be sitting there and sometimes think a little about your next plans to help your parents with the household chores or what homework you had to complete. But it would be pretty easy to put these thoughts to the back of your mind and concentrate on the TV show because you knew that the show was great, it would make you happy, and then after a certain period of time, you would be focusing on your next task. You could watch and enjoy your TV show or even play a game of basketball outside with your friends, and you would only be engaged in that moment. But now, especially for teenagers, they can no longer focus on anything. Of course, this is partly to do with the fact that they've grown up using smartphones, but apps like TikTok never used to be so prevalent. If you download the TikTok app and use it every day for a month, you will realise that your attention span dissipates from being average to extremely bad. This is because, as I mentioned, the app is actually designed to give you short bursts of entertainment, which create a dopamine hit and make you feel good for a few short seconds. This means that your body gets used to being satisfied quickly and repeatedly, rather than being patient and appreciating the build-up to satisfaction, for example, from watching a long movie or from reading an entire good book. Because the structure of TikTok revolves around short video clips, the user's attention is captured momentarily until they swipe to the next video. Do this often, for long periods of time, and the brain will be trained, adapting to this level of stimulation and information being presented to it. In fact, the human attention span has shortened on average from 12 seconds in the year 2000 to just 8 seconds in the year 2020. Now, you may not think that's a lot, but this is what 4 seconds of silence sounds like. If this trend continues, it means that in 2 decades' time, we will have the attention span of 4 seconds, which is what they used to believe a pet goldfish had. It was always a running joke for years that if you were unable to focus for long periods of time, you had the memory of a goldfish. So, does that mean that inside of a century, we have declined so much as a race that we're now the butt of the joke? In the always connected world of social media, you will find that it's difficult to maintain prolonged concentration on a single task. Among smartphones, in the middle of everything you read and watch, it can feel that much harder to stay focused. We have a subconscious, curious nature, and that makes us wonder if we're being left behind by our peers. When this takes over, it's called fear of missing out, or FOMO for short. It's the real feeling or perception that others are having more fun, living better lives, or experiencing better things than you are. It involves a deep sense of envy and affects your self-esteem. It's often exacerbated by social media sites like Instagram and Facebook. And now TikTok has taken that to the next level. It was first discussed in 1996 as the internet became more widely available, and now, 25 years later, it's one of the leading causes of depression and anxiety. A prank video will be one that sets up a person or a group of people in a situation which is not what it seems. Often you, as the viewer, know that something is about to happen because the title of the video will tell you, but the people on screen have no idea. Prank videos can be around traditional subjects, like throwing a bucket of water over someone or making them jump. But it seems that TikTok has flipped the funny side of pranks, as in, haha, you've got me, that was a good one, dude, into a more hateful trend. Then you have the so-called clout chasers. These are influencers who want to build up their following, so they will follow a smaller account, get that viewer excited and happy to be followed by their idol. But then, when they get that follow back from you, a few days later, the influencer unsubs. It can be really demoralising for a young person to think that they've made a genuine connection with a person they admire, only to realise a few days later that they were being used as a worthless statistic. The worst part of all, these influencers don't even do anything. Now, we all like to look at vloggers and beauty channels on YouTube and question what their value is. But at least they are business-minded, creating long-format content, giving tips and sometimes even helping inspire people. But the short format of TikTok, where you have 60 seconds or less to impress the viewer, has stripped away that value down to appearance and just mimicking other people. Is there really worth in seeing thousands of clips of different people doing the same 5 dance moves or lip-syncing to the same 15 seconds of audio from a movie? So, now that the viewer using the app has been on TikTok for a few days or weeks, and they've certainly experienced most things that we've spoken about, they're probably getting stuck in a loop on their homepage where their algorithm thinks that they like a certain type of video and it keeps pushing similar content to them, therefore restricting them seeing anything potentially better. They may not realise it, but they are being conditioned to look at content creators in a sexualised way, where appearance is the only currency, no matter what their age. I hate the fact that parents are so clueless that they let their kids have smartphones for anything other than emergencies. Sure, if you're going to walk to the shop alone or meet a friend at the park, it's sensible to have a phone, but it doesn't need to have data or any apps downloaded. And if you do let your kid have access to social media, you should be monitoring them, because you can be damn sure they'll be a prime target for manipulation, inappropriate comments, and even worse. Not only can social media create a false, dangerous reality for children and vulnerable people, parents don't understand what TikTok is about, and they assume that it has a filter, like a Google Safe Search. But it doesn't. I personally have never downloaded TikTok to any of my devices. I've been strongly against social media for many years now, and this seems like the epitome of everything that's wrong with society today. I watch people I know go on it all the time, every day, and it makes me feel disappointed. You have generations of children being groomed into believing that they should compare themselves with people that literally do nothing. They create a fake persona through video filters. They just want to be liked for being pretty or popular, not for any talent or worthy cause. Remember, social media is addictive because it gives the impression of providing something that the real world lacks: immediate gratification, validation, a feeling of belonging, a feeling of meeting new people, and a sense of achievement. But if you never leave your screen for long enough to experience the real world, how will you ever give it a fair chance to prove to you that these things do exist and they are more valuable when you can achieve them in the physical world? If you have enjoyed this video and you're inspired by what you've seen, don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Let's change the world together.